This is Hands with the Homies, episode 1. I'm Alex, 1/5 of the Homies. We're here at the Lamb Striking Academy. This is one of the OGs of the game. Durwyn Lamb right here.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. I've seen you, man.
Yep, good seeing you.
Good seeing you, man.
Nice Sunday. Trying to get this fight talk going.
Man, it's all about the fight talk, man.
Yep.
Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff going on with the fight talk.
A whole lot of stuff.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Man, yeah, man. As I said, my name is Durwyn Lamb. I've been in martial arts back and forth for about 36, 37 years. With boxing and Muay Thai, kickboxing, karate, taekwondo, and wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Been brought up fighting, right?
Brought up fighting, started fighting at a young age, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I was competing in taekwondo and karate tournaments, and actually won a national title, a junior title in 1988 when I was 11 years old. So.
And you're bringing a lot of your students up that same way. You already have brought up a few UFC fighters, a lot of good pro boxers, and one of the best coaches in Texas right now. So,
appreciate that.
Gonna keep getting your name out there.
Yeah, man, been around for a while, and honestly, just what I really care about, man, is just spreading the knowledge, man, and spreading the love, to everybody. And I get gratification when I see people that I train, see them being successful, see them doing good, and stuff like that, man. And watching the stuff that we work on every day and repeatedly all the time, and watching it be put into display.
Yeah.
In a light like that, man, it's a beautiful thing to know that the stuff that I teach and stuff that I've been coaching and stuff that I've been taught works.
Is it kind of euphoric for you in a way?
Huh?
Is it kind of euphoric for you in a way?
Meaning?
Like, do you get like a special type of feeling from it? Like watching? Like tell us a little bit about that feeling.
Yeah, you know what, man? The feeling that I like more, I get is like, cause it's really intense. Being a coach, you think you get used to it by now, but being a coach, like working in the corner with these guys, you still get. I got less nervous when I fought. I get more nervous for them. But seeing them out there do their thing, and it's a lot. Now, I like seeing the smile on their face after they win and all that good stuff. And of course, I get sad when they lose sometimes too. But that's a part of the emotion of being a coach.
You probably still get that body high as your fighters walk into the ring.
Yeah,
you start feeling like you want to start shadow boxing. Watching them.
Yeah. A lot of people make jokes with me about my pictures online, like.
You look focused.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there, you just look.
Yeah, everybody, like the photographer, whoever's taking pictures, everybody's like, man, you always have the most intense looking. I don't know I'll be looking like that ever until I look at the pictures, man. It's
just on your end game. You already know what y'all's game plan is.
It's time to lock in for
exactly.
the 2 minutes, man. I want those guys, because, I want my guys to have fun, but I also want them to be healthy, and I don't want them to be hurt either, stuff like that.
100%. Another thing is there's a lot of people who don't know what really goes into the fight game. People think it's like every other sport that you sit there and play, but you don't play any type of combat sports. It's not a game like everything else. Like, you got a whole team behind you, which you do got a team behind you in combat, but once you're in that ring by yourself, it's all eyes on you. And mentally, that's a big burden for some people. That's why that really shows who's a real fighter, who isn't. Because you really got to be locked in, because anything can happen. You can be knocked out and embarrassed in front of everybody, and to come back from that mentally it's hard. Yeah, you got to be strong.
That's why the mental and physical preparation is so important. More so, the mental preparation and for the fight game is way more important than the physical to me.
Exactly.
And so and I tell my guys all the time, man, let me tell you something. If your outside life is out of order and you got a lot of stuff going on, it's going to be hard for you to focus inside here.
You're thinking about so many things besides that.
Yeah, and it's distraction. And we was talking about it yesterday. It shows up too. Like when you're about to fight, you're about to train, all that stuff that you're dealing with, that baggage, it shows up.
Yeah.
Floyd Myweather said this a long time ago. He said, this is the game that you can't, this fight game, you can't deceive it. Whatever, when you show up in that ring, it's going to show if you train hard or if you didn't train hard or not. So it's going to show, you know, and you can't deceive that, you can't lie, because as soon as you get in there, it's going to show what happened, you know.
And I think working your way up the ranks in boxing, once you get to that point to fight like Floyd Myweather and everything, you have to have everything mentally prepared in your mind already, because Floyd, he's
the mental giant.
Yeah, he already has been through it all.
Right.
But then he makes the fight so big that you haven't been in those positions before then.
There's gonna be a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at one point, that's what Connor did to Aldo.
Yep.
Yeah.
He put so much pressure on him to that build up that.
Yeah. He did. And also sometimes it's about timing too. It was his time. You know, it was his time at that point, and then, you know, that's why I tell people it goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes down. So
100%.
Exactly.
What do you think about Canelo's legacy right now as he's going for it? I know he just had an easy win.
Had a dude.
Yeah, I like Canelo actually. I actually like Canelo a lot, and I believe that after he fought Floyd Myweather, he got better. I think
he did.
that actually even start. If you watch him after you start mimicking a lot of Mayweather stuff,
The bull counters and everything.
defense moves, shoulder roll, things like that. Do like him, but I want him. You know, we got to get back to how boxing used to be back in the day. My era I loved was the Marvis Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Aaron Pryor, Roberto Duran. You know, those guys where everybody fought each other.
Yeah.
See, right now we don't have that, and this is the problem I believe is what hurt boxing. And so I want Canelo to, I like him, and I don't have nothing bad to say about him, but I do want him to fight somebody up there. I want to see him with a Charlo brother, the Demetrius Andrade. You know, I want to see him fight those kind of guys right now. You know.
I saw a rumor talking about that Canelo or Earl Spence was talking about wanting to fight Canelo. What do you think about that fight?
I think Earl has a more of a chance than people think he does.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a strong guy too. I mean, he fights at 47, but he does walk around. I mean, he can get big. I seen him at the fights a couple of years ago when he was between training in Dallas and or Frisco, and he looked big, you know. So, and he hits hard. He's strong.
And
know?
the way he uses his jab too.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
impressive. It's one of the
Man,
best jabs in the
that
game.
jab was working Garcia.
Yeah.
In the last, I don't know if you caught that fight.
Yeah, I saw it.
Stadium.
Yeah.
I actually went to that fight too. It was.
Yeah, I did too.
It was amazing.
I did too. It's a good fight, man. Especially coming off that wreck. I mean, coming off that wreck where he should have died, and then still fight a guy like Garcia, and still put on a
Good display like that.
good display like that. Hey, you know, you gotta give his.
To me, I thought he had a little bit of ring rust in that fight, but sorry about that. Over the course of the fight, he started to come on. I thought at the beginning he was getting touched a little bit more than I'd like to see him.
And he even admitted that too in the post fight. He was saying like, yeah, he had a little ring rust, and it took him like actually taking a couple punches for him to actually come out.
I still think he won really the whole fight.
Yeah, he did for sure.
Like, he won.
Yeah.
I didn't
think he lost a round.
I didn't personally think he lost a round.
Exactly.
I personally didn't think he lost a round, but I mean, he just made it look easy, man. It was awesome.
I like Earl. I like him a lot. I just don't want. I think he should wait a little bit more before he jumps into Canelo. Even though he used to fight 152, and I know he can get up there in 160s and everything. He has that frame.
Yeah, I like to
but
see
like
him
right
come
now,
fights.
I think he has so many big fights at the weight class that he's in right now that he doesn't need that Canelo fight just yet, unless he just wants that big payday.
Right.
But they're also talking about him and Pacquiao fighting too eventually, but
Earl the Pacquiao?
yeah.
I think he
But
can get Pacquiao though.
Yeah, but I don't want that for Pacquiao.
Me either. I think he'll destroy him.
Yeah, I do too. Because I'd rather see Earl and Terrence first.
That's what I want to see.
And then go from there.
That's all I want to see. I really want to see nothing else until them two fight.
I think that's going to be
And that needs to happen.
a good fight.
It needs to happen.
I
And,
agree.
you know, I know there's a lot of Terrence Crawford fans out there, a lot of Bud fans, and I'm honest. I'm like, he's good. I've never been so sold on him, but I know he's good. A lot of people just, and in my opinion, it blows my mind that a lot of people believe that Terrence Crawford would destroy him, and I can't see it. I can't see it. Yes, I can see him possibly winning, but in my personal opinion, I think Earl stops him. I think Earl beats him. I think here's the thing, and this is my biggest thing with those guys. He started his weight class at 100. He started fighting at one. I remember when Bud fought a guy out here in Dallas at 112 in amateurs. He was a little guy, and he fought at 25, fought at 30. And when he had his pro career, I think he started at 30, 25, one or two. Earl's always been big. I think the difference is when you got two skilled guys like that. Yes, Bud can switch style, switch hit. When you got two guys with skill like that, I think, in my personal opinion, the bigger, stronger guy is going to win. Mm-hmm. Eventually, he's going to break him down. Now, he's going to win some rounds. Okay, he's going to win some rounds. Okay, let's say that. But when it starts getting to that deep rounds and deep water,
Earl likes to put that pressure on.
He put that pressure on.
When it start hitting about 8, 9, or 9, 10, it's going to be, I think it's going to be bad. Because I believe that Earl can take Bud shots.
Exactly.
I don't know if Bud can take a continuous hard shot
and as much
of him as much.
What I like about Spence is even though he's kind of starts slow, that slow pace that he's bringing
he's relentless.
Exactly.
He's relentless and he's a body.
Working the body and everything.
And it's crazy is you think it's slow, but it's like doing so much damage. And later on in the round, he's picking up that pace even more, doing even more damage.
Dude, I was in the gym with him. I know.
Yeah.
When he came and sparred us down here in Fort Worth, right before he was going to Olympia, he was sparring my fighter, and we did like 6 rounds, and he's very patient. First 3 rounds, he was waiting. Corey was landing shots and he was touching, but you could tell he was patient. And after that 3rd round, man, he started, and this is in sparring, with headgear on, bigger gloves, big cups, and he started, after that 3rd round in sparring, he started picking it up and started touching it. I said, okay, this guy, yeah. So.
And he's technical, he's strong, he's tough, he's relentless. I think Terrence does move better, and he's slicker than him.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
I think Spence still has good speed, his forward momentum, his power too.
Jab.
And his jab.
that jab, man, it's just, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think he has the best in the game right now.
Well, he's actually, he used to use a jab that much like that. You know, he's recently started doing it more. But he sets that jab up with, he's got a big left hand too. Mm-hmm. He's a good body puncher. I hope he's the underdog in that fight because that's the fight.
Makes the money right there.
I'm going to bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet, man. I've had Earl from day one. I just think that the guys, and I'll share this with you. I've watched ever since Buzz moved up. People got to realize they're not looking at this too. He's been getting hit a lot. He's been getting hit a lot with these guys. I mean, he's been winning some of these fights, but man, he's been getting touched a lot, getting hit a lot in these last fights. And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna take too many shots like that from Spence. You're not. He's gained some weight and he's doing what he has to do to fight. I'm not taking nothing from him, but if I'm a betting man, I got Earl Spence Jr. by late TKO. 11th round.
Let me ask you this: who do you think is the next up and coming star from possibly amateurs that you see making it big in the pros?
Honestly, man, I don't know. I've been when I got away from more coaching, more the boxing side, and now coaching more the MMA side. I've been paying attention more to that. So I don't know much of the amateurs that are coming up now.
Just going more from the what you're seeing from their pro starts and things like that.
Right.
What do you think about the evolution of the fight game? How it was predominantly boxing back then. Now it's everybody switching to MMA.
Yeah. Well, I can say this: one element or a piece of the element of this deal is because boxing has been watered down through the years by making it more business and more commercial, and not letting these guys fight. Back then there was only one belt or two belts. Now you got all these
So
belts.
many different ones.
So now people only want to see boxing when it makes sense, when it's like the top fighter. Because there's a lot of great boxers out there, but they need to start making these guys fight each other. They need to make you guys fight each other, and then you'll see boxing get back to where it should be.
Did you see Antonio Tarver's coming back
Yeah, I saw that.
against Frank Mir?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I know, right? What do you think about what the Paul brothers are doing right now? Do you think that they're more disrespecting it, or do you think that they're helping it in a way? I can see it both ways. I'm not really big fans of them, but I think what they're doing to give Antonio Tarver a shot to make some money on their pay-per-view, because they're supposedly he's fighting on the Jake Paul Ben Askren matchup. He's gonna get a good payday, and he's been retired for some time. And then Frank Mir is getting a payday too.
Yeah,
It's really not competitive, but I just want to see what your thoughts on all that is.
No, I don't like it. I don't like that. It's weird. It's just kind of like they just throwing stuff together, putting stuff together that just don't really make sense. Frank Mir and Antonio Tarver, that don't make sense to me at all. It just doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't.
And Frank Mir don't have a chance.
At all, whatsoever.
No, you don't have a chance at all. I mean, I saw that last night. I thought, man, I instantly moved right by it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the clown stuff in the fight game.
Yeah.
I don't like the clown
And
stuff.
that's a lot of it is what they're making it right now. And another thing is I don't feel that a YouTube star's jumping, like what they're doing, to me, why I feel like they're kind of disrespecting it is you have someone like Jake Paul who's trying to jump. He hasn't proved himself at all besides a YouTube fighter and a YouTube star and an NBA star.
Well, this is the world we live in, though.
Yeah.
Virtual reality, social media. This is
But he's jumping in line to try to get these
Big
fight, like Connor fight, trying to get these big name, like
But do you
his
think
brother
he's got a
getting.
chance if he does get one of these major fights, like an actual person that actually
No.
knows what they're doing?
I don't. The only thing that I almost feel like I feel like he has a chance against Ben Askren a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
probably
Because Ben Askren has shown some of the worst hands
striking is horrible.
in MMA, and it's crazy. Did you see that Damian Maia and Ben Askren fight? It was some of the worst hand displays
Yeah,
ever. It was crazy.
I'm not big. I'm not a big Ben Askren fan.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Not at all. Like I said, this is a clown stuff, and I don't really watch those kind of things.
Yeah. I never watch him either. I just watch the highlights whenever they show. They show that last knockout.
I watched that Jake thing with Nate because it was just happened to be on the Mike Tyson thing. But no, I don't usually go out my way to watch stuff like that.
What do you think about the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones?
I liked it. I actually liked it a lot.
See, and that's the reason why I was saying I feel like it's kind of good for the sport because it gives, if Roy Jones or Mike Tyson want to do that, it gives kind of some of the old fighters that could be having some money trouble a chance to make some more.
Two of the best,
Exactly.
arguably the best fighters in their weight class in their
Yeah.
prime of all time. And it was good. They both looked good, looked sharp. I don't believe it was a draw. I believe that Tyson won.
Yeah, exactly.
But I believe that Roy fought really well to not get knocked out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that didn't bother me. I actually liked that. It was cool. I don't want to see too much of that though. I don't want to see that too much of that. I'm hearing Holyfield and these other guys doing
Yeah,
I was just about to ask you how you feel about older fighters trying to come out.
I don't want to see too much of that. Tyson still looks good for his age. He's fast and quick. Roy didn't look too bad, but I don't want to see those other guys like that.
Did you feel the same way with Conor and Mayweather? Or what, you think that's kind of different?
Actually, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm being contradictory here, but I actually like that. You know, I like the fact, and I like that whole thing because I just was like, man, this guy really believed in himself, and
He really did.
not get put away to the 10th round, right? Or not the 10th round.
Yeah,
11th.
the 10th round.
I mean, really did. I mean, against arguably one of the best fighters of all time. That's crazy. And then won some rounds. Although Mayweather.
I really feel like Mayweather was really just stretch that out.
Yeah, he did, but you know, he still touched him.
Yeah,
you know, and I was
did.
like, wow, you know, so.
But you don't think it was you don't think it's crazy that everybody was talking about, oh, all it takes is one for Conor, and Floyd was gonna be down, which I knew because Floyd's. If you go to a boxing gym, there's a lot of those boxers that they punch just like a different build than
And
some of those other guys.
Like
No disrespect to any MMA guy, but like you go to strictly boxing, some of their top guys, it's like they hit different.
And I feel like in that fight, Conor caught him with his best shot he could throw, and Floyd just pretty much just smiled it
Well,
off. Like
Floyd, you gotta realize Floyd's been hit by big punches before.
Exactly.
And he's a tough guy. I don't know. He's a solid man too. People think he's a little bit guy, solid, and he's durable. I mean, he's not one of the best. I don't believe he's the best fighter of all time. No, I don't believe so.
Who do you got for the best fighter of all time?
It depends. You know,
I say it depends on weight classes.
we're talking about his weight class, right?
Yeah, his weight class.
I mean, shoot. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of them. I mean, there's a few. You know,
Ray Leonard or Roy Jones? That one. Tough one right there. But I feel like Leonard's chin held up better than Jones.
he did, but they're in two different weight classes too. I think Roy Jones is the best fighter in his weight class of all time. I think he's the best fighter in that weight class when his prime of all time. There is no fighter like a Roy Jones Jr.
No. And
I believe
so many
that
people's heroes growing up too.
There's not a fighter like Roy Jones. I've never seen nobody in my life fight like him.
The same thing, and the only thing that is true about boxing is everybody said once that he did so many things wrong that once the age caught up to him.
Well, these guys just got to know when to stop fighting.
Yeah.
Just stop fighting. It's not worth it. Just stop fighting. You know, go out and make your legacy. Go out with your legacy hot. Don't do that because you tarnish your legacy, tarnish your name when you do those kind of things. So, no, but yeah, Roy is one of my favorites of all time.
Same here.
So is Sugar Ray Leonard.
And they're trying to get Manny Pacquiao to box Conor before Conor got put away. I personally didn't. I'm always wondering if you're going to cross over, why is he trying to cross over and fight? To me, I feel like if Conor's going to cross over, Canelo, Earl, they're all his size. He's trying to fight Pacquiao, who's 5'5".
I just think it's just because
He's 40.
That's going to get the most views, the most pay-per-view.
But with Conor's name, he can fight any of the. If he wanted a big name, he could fight Canelo. They walk around close to the same height.
The thing is Manny
he still got
Pacquiao,
the reach over Canelo and everything.
I still think no matter what, Manny Pacquiao's name is going to probably get the better show, better viewing.
Yeah.
Just me
That's
personally.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Before we get off of this episode, what do you think about Tank Davis? Who do you think?
You know, he's starting to grow on me. I wasn't really like feeling that at first, and he's starting to grow on me. Little guy, strong though.
Him and Lopez? You think? Have you seen their sparring video?
I did.
Where Tank was just trying to walk him down. Lopez was catching him with a few shots, but then they started getting kind of rough with each other.
I don't know. In a real fight, I'll take Lopez right now.
Lopez, I thought he looked great.
Yeah, I mean, against
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko. I mean, that proved to me.
Yeah.
That proved to me. And I don't care what nobody say, he won that fight.
Yeah, he did.
He won that
And
fight.
I told everybody, I was like, I love Lomo. I was trying to give it to him, but watching that fight, once it got past the 7th round, I just knew it was done because Lomo he wasn't fighting like himself. I guess he was too much worried about that power. Because every time he was trying to come in, Lopez was throwing hard shots.
Me personally on that fight, I think Tank will take it. That's just me though.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll come on too much.
I think that too, but I don't know. After that last fight, Lopez showed
it's
a
hard.
bunch of different skills.
Yeah, he did.
It would hard for me to be. It would be hard for me to go against Lopez right now, just because after that fight. So that's all. That's what I'm basing it off of.
Before we get out of here, let's talk about what you got going on for your Tuesday night fights. I know you're talking to, trying to get kids off the streets.
Yeah, man.
And things like that. You've been talking to Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
You went to one of his fight leagues and had a few fighters fight over there. Tell us what you're trying to do with that.
Yeah, man, we just, doing something for the community, really. Started a little movement called Put Down the Guns, Pick Up the Gloves. But we're not just, that's the vision, but we're not only solely catering to that cause. It's really bringing the community together. I mean, let me tell you something. When we was at the Tuesday night fights, we throw Tuesday night fights second Tuesday of every month down on 7th Street at the Yard. And it's just for exhibition, normal people that want to get in there and fight, test their skills, or see if they want to do this possibly in the future and stuff. I mean, this is for people that are training and think they want to fight one day. This is giving them what it feels like, that fight feel. We do the entrance music, we got the DJ, we got the ring, we got the headgear, we got everything. And what I see is that when we're in this environment, and I'm looking around and I see guys from all over the city, like from different backgrounds, from different places. You see the punk rocker dudes over here, you see the heavy metal guys over here, you see the Crips over here, the Bloods over here, you see the Cowboys over here, the prep kids over here, college people here, older people. So we say this is an environment where everybody can come and there's no drama, and we're an environment where everybody's getting along. Where a lot of times people don't get along, social media stuff, people argue, but we're in this event and everybody's out here having a good time and everybody's dancing with each other and laughing with each other. It don't matter nobody's thinking about color, nobody's thinking about race, nobody's thinking about that. That's what we do, is bring the community together. I'm a community activist, so I like bringing people together, not separating people. And so fighting is a big thing. I don't care, that's like Dana White said, that's the language that everybody understands.
Exactly.
I don't care if you're an artist, a singer, a model, whatever it is. I don't care who you are. Everybody likes fighting.
You see a fight right now, you're just sitting there,
yeah, everybody. I don't care. Even old people be sitting there and they see something, they gonna stop and watch. Everybody likes watching it. So that's one thing that brings everybody together, man. And we're doing that, and it's a good thing, man. We got it all laid out and stuff. And so you guys come check us out, man.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. What's the sign up for that? How do you get?
To sign up, you go to our website, lamb4.net.
Okay.
Lamb4.net is where you sign up, the waiver and all that good stuff.
All right. That's episode 1, Hands with the Homies. Check us out. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're here. Lamb Striking Academy. Hit them up.